Dive into the profound depths of Stoic wisdom with this unique presentation. How would the Stoics of old advise us to approach social media as a whole? In today's lesson, we'll discuss just that. In a world awash with the constant hum of digital notifications and the ceaseless flow of social media streams, one might wonder how the Stoic philosophers, with their timeless wisdom, would perceive this modern phenomenon. The Stoic philosophy, grounded in the pursuit of virtue and inner tranquility, offers a stark contrast to the often frenetic and comparison-driven nature of today's social media landscape. Imagine a serene figure, perhaps Seneca or Marcus Aurelius, seated in quiet contemplation amidst the cacophony of tweets, likes, and shares. They might observe with a measured gaze how these digital interactions shape and oftentimes skew our desires, fears, and perceptions of happiness. Seneca, with his eloquent wisdom, might caution against the excesses of social media with words akin to his famous quote, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." In the context of social media, this could be interpreted as a warning against the anxiety and dissatisfaction bred from constantly comparing our lives to the idealized snapshots presented by others. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, might offer guidance reminiscent of his meditations, quote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This profound insight could serve as a beacon for those lost in the digital sea, reminding us that true contentment comes not from external validation, but from an inner peace and acceptance of oneself. Epictetus, with his straightforward and practical approach, might stress the importance of focusing on what is within our control and letting go of what is not. In a world where social media often blurs these lines, his words resonate with newfound relevance. Some things are in our control and others not. This simple yet profound statement could serve as a guiding principle, encouraging individuals to disengage from the unending pursuit of online approval and focus instead on self-improvement and real-world connections. The Stoics, with their emphasis on self-discipline, personal ethics, and the value of inner tranquility, would likely view modern social media as a double-edged sword. While recognizing its potential to connect, empower, and educate, they would also be keenly aware of its ability to distract, disillusion, and disengage individuals from the present moment and the tangible world around them. In essence, the timeless wisdom of Stoicism teaches us to aim for a balanced approach, one that harnesses the positive aspects of these platforms while remaining vigilant against their potential to undermine our well-being. Through the lens of Stoicism, we are reminded to engage with social media mindfully, ensuring that it serves us rather than ensnares us, and to always place the cultivation of virtue and inner peace above the phantom allure of digital rewards, oftentimes merely illusory in nature. Continuing in the Stoic narrative, one might envision a modern dialogue where these ancient philosophers engage with the complexities of digital life. They would likely emphasize the importance of using social media with intention and purpose, rather than as a default refuge from the discomforts of solitude or the challenges of personal growth. Marcus Aurelius, reflecting on the nature of our impressions and reactions, might offer counsel fitting for the digital age. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Quite often, we forget that these social media platforms are for-profit businesses. This means their business is keeping our attention on the very outside events we cannot control, instead of focusing on our own growth. This Stoic wisdom could be a guiding light in navigating the emotional turbulence often sparked by social media, reminding us that while we cannot control the vast sea of online discourse, we can control our responses to it. Seneca, with his keen insight into human nature, might observe how social media can amplify our tendencies towards envy and dissatisfaction. He might advise, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This perspective encourages a critical examination of our online habits, urging us to question whether our endless scrolling through curated lives is a quest for connection or a source of discontent. Epictetus, ever practical, might suggest setting boundaries around social media use, akin to his teachings on freedom and desire. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Applying this to our digital lives, we might find freedom not by attempting to curate a perfect online presence, but by liberating ourselves from the need for external validation found in likes, shares, and comments. The Stoics would likely also see the value in social media as a tool for spreading knowledge and fostering community. However, they would caution against allowing these platforms to dictate our self-worth or to become our sole source of learning and connection. They would advocate for a life that finds balance between the virtual and the real, where personal interactions and the natural world hold as much, if not more, value than our digital engagements. In this imagined Stoic discourse on modern social media, the central theme would be one of mindful engagement and self-awareness. The Stoics would encourage us to use these powerful tools in a way that aligns with our deepest values and virtues, to foster genuine connections, and to contribute positively to the digital commons. They would remind us that while the medium of communication has evolved, the fundamental human quest for meaning, connection, and peace remains unchanged. And in this quest, the Stoic principles of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance can serve as beacons, guiding us through the digital age with our integrity and inner tranquility intact. In concluding our exploration of Stoicism's relevance in the context of modern social media, it becomes clear that the ancient wisdom of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus provides a robust framework for navigating the complexities of our digital lives. These teachings, centered on virtue, self-control, and inner peace, offer profound insights for managing the challenges and opportunities presented by our interconnected world. Stoicism, with its emphasis on personal responsibility, mindfulness, and resilience, encourages us to engage with social media in a manner that reflects our deepest values. It urges us to be intentional about when, where, and how much we consume content, as well as interact online. The wisdom of the ages reminds us that our happiness shouldn't depend on external validation, but instead come from within ourselves. The Stoic practice of focusing on what is within our control can be particularly liberating in the digital age, where the flood of information and social comparison can often feel overwhelming. By applying Stoic principles, we can learn to detach our sense of well-being from the fluctuating tides of online approval and instead find solace in our own self-worth and the pursuit of meaningful goals. Moreover, Stoicism's call to live in accordance with nature and reason resonates deeply in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world. It invites us to balance our digital engagements with real-world experiences and connections, fostering a life that is rich in personal interactions, contemplation, and the simple joys that nature and hard work offers. Social media often serves as a mirror, reflecting not the depth of our lives, but rather a meticulously crafted illusion where the authenticity of human experience is glossed over by the sheen of perfection. This digital masquerade, where approval is quantified and lives are curated to project an unattainable ideal, can erode the very fabric of our mental well-being. The constant bombardment of seemingly perfect lives invites a corrosive comparison, fostering a sense of inadequacy and a perpetual chase for validation in the eyes of others. It's crucial to recognize this illusion for what it is, a distorted reality where the complexity and authenticity of human life are sacrificed at the altar of superficial approval. True contentment lies in embracing the imperfect beauty of our own journey, unswayed by the deceptive allure of digital perfection. Ultimately, the wisdom of Stoicism provides a timeless guide for thriving in the modern world, encouraging us to use social media as a tool for positive impact while maintaining our equilibrium and sense of purpose. In doing so, we can navigate the digital landscape with grace, embodying the stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, and cultivating a life of deep fulfillment and tranquility. As we wrap up today's Stoic lesson, remember that every step towards wisdom enriches not just our lives, but those around us. If these insights have struck a chord with you, like to spread the calm, share to enlighten others, and subscribe for more timeless wisdom. Your support fuels this journey of collective growth and discovery. Let's continue to learn, reflect, and evolve together. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.